You might have to refresh it. Just wait to see if anybody comes on, I guess. So have you got the thing up the side?
Live chat.
Hello. We're just waiting till past. Can see who comes on. Hello, Julie. I can see while I'm not in trance. If anybody who's watching would like to share it, that'd be awesome, if you feel you can. And if not, don't worry. Is there people coming on? I can't see from here.
There's 3 up there. Is that 3 people?
Oh, cool. Okay. Just wait a minute, because I did put past. So this is our second one with my guide Mary on here, and those that watched last time. We've actually worked out now how my husband can see any questions that comes in, because he was limited last time to 4 at a time.
It went a bit wrong last time, and I missed a lot of the comments, so I apologise for that. But hopefully it'll work tonight, and I can get all the comments on, and not just what Facebook thought was important.
Yeah, because it filters through the comments. It does, doesn't it? So if you want to comment, feel free now. You can add some hearts or just say hi, and then we can check they're coming in. So, oh, you're saying hi though. It's other people we need to say hi.
Well, I'll just see it.
Yeah, that's cool then. So you can see that. So what we do is Mary goes into trance. Sorry, I go into trance and Mary comes forward. I've already got the energy coming in, so I can't think properly. And then she'll talk any wisdom, and if there's any questions you'd like to ask her, spiritual based questions. She doesn't do readings, so personal readings, but if she gets a question from somebody, she asks the name of them to see if she can focus in on their energy, and if she feels there's something you need to hear, she will say it. If not, she'll answer the question and move on. So that's how she works, really.
Just say as well that there is a slight lag between you answering the question and it coming through on the screen. So if Sharon says, anyone got questions, and you answer a question, it takes a while for it to come through.
Can you actually hear it?
I've switched it off because it will be lagging.
Right. Can everybody hear me? Not getting any response from people. You can just put a thumbs up or heart or something to let me know you can hear. That'd be great. It's gonna look silly sitting here doing this if hello Gabby, hope all's well.
There you go, thumbs up.
Oh great, okay. So again, there can be a lag, so just be patient. So if you've got any questions, please ask. Spiritual questions if you're a working healer or anything to do with your spiritual growth on earth in your life. Don't have to be working in the light worker circles, but she'll give you spiritual guidance for you. It's basically once Mary's in, she takes over and does whatever's needed for people. So don't be shy to ask, please, because that's what she's here for. If you don't, she'll give some wisdom anyway. She always does. I think she got something to say. I've felt it all day. They've been nagging me to do a live, so I get sort of pushed. The energy pushes me forward to do it. So just bear with me for a few minutes while I go into trance and wait for her to come forward. Just have a drink of water. Cool. Okay, so I'll see you in a bit when we finished Mary. Good evening.
Good evening.
We thank you again, Christopher, for your attendance this evening. We do appreciate your time, so we do know how you like to watch your Netflix and your programs, especially if she's busy and you can get what you want on the television.
Absolutely.
We welcome the audience as always, but we do have a few words of guidance for you for this session. Do not be offended if you do not get your question answered. And if you are asking for your personal life as it is at the moment, as in a reading which you'd understand as a mediumship or psychic reading, then that's not me. I do not do that. I will take a question and we will deem the answer to it if it's worthy to answer. I will ask the name of the person so I can then channel to their higher self and see if there's any guidance that is needed. You must understand that you will be given what is needed this evening. It does not come in any other form from me. It is the way I work, and I bring the quantum trance healing to you. And if you wish to know more than that, then you can investigate through the website pages. We are here to bring the best, the highest and the good for each and every one of you. And that is the way I work. That is who I am. It breaks my heart, if I had a heart in my light existence, to see people that do not understand the time that is given for many for guidance from us in the human form. The time that's given, and it's given in love and good faith with guidance from us. So just please all remember that. And listen to the answers that is given this evening, because it will resonate with you too. So I just say to you, just remember that in this session this evening. Do we have any questions before I go off on to...
I've got a few.
Oh, that is positive.
Julie would like some guidance.
What sort of guidance, Julie? Spiritual, I would take, because that's what I've asked.
She doesn't specify.
Okay, shall we start with Julie then?
Yeah, because there's a few more.
Yes, I think it's best to let me zone into one. Okay, Julie, I see around you uncertainty, which I must say is causing you self-doubt within your own life. I feel you've been a bit trodden as well. I feel there's those that do not understand who you are and perhaps have been ridiculed through time. But understand the spiritual growth is a slow process in the 3D reality. And the only way you're going to learn and grow and try and understand what you have at the moment in your mind of what you've learnt so far on Earth is to evaluate where you are in your life at this specific time. Are you happy? Are you well? Are you healthy? And if there's no's to that, then how do you change that? You all have celestial guides that will guide you and help you. But you have to help yourself. There's no point in sitting there whinging and moaning unless you've taken some action yourself to help you. I feel there's somebody pulling on your heartstrings at the moment, Julie. And there's a little bit of upset around this. I feel it's a family member. So just take heed of this. If you're not aware of it at the moment, there's something there around you that needs some healing and some support, and you will be part of this. You're seeking guidance in a way that you can go to a reader, I would say, and it's a relative you're seeking from. So I would find yourself a good light worker channeler that can bring forward the messages that are needed for this time in your life. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid to speak your words. I feel Your throat is choked at the moment, so this would be a chakra blockage. I would say to you, there's unspoken words, Julie. You need to speak them. I feel like you're being suppressed. There's fear amongst this. There's fear to say what you wish to speak. Your own spiritual journey and to members of family. So I would say to you, find some inner strength. Sit and evaluate what is important to you. Do not let others use you or pull you down. And be stronger in your faith of yourself and your spiritual path. Because do you know, to have a spiritual path on this earth, to develop and be where you need to be, you have to start with self, and self has to be number one. And some feel that is rather self-centered, but I'd say to you, it is not. You have to be number one. You have to be the best you can be to help others around you, including family and friends, and the spiritual work of life. I have finished with that.
Gina also would like some guidance from you, Mary.
Ah, Gina. I see a twin soul with you. That's interesting. So what do we mean by a twin soul? Twin in life, twin in the celestials. A soul or higher self that has been with you before. There's someone very close to you in life that helps you with your spiritual work, your spiritual growth, should I say. I do see twins. I'm definitely seeing twins. They're showing me the Gemini symbol of Earth. So that means to me there is twins around you. So I don't know if you can take twins, but I definitely see twins. And that is like Earth child twins. But I feel there's a separation in this. As for your spiritual growth, I'm feeling a busy mind is at hand, and that you need to have more meditative state in your life. A calmness needs to come in around you. You spend a lot of time looking what others are doing and not really evaluating yourself. So this needs to change. It's all going to be similar messages, I feel. You need to be number one. You need to understand your path. How do you do this in this busy life you lead, in this busy world you live in? That's very self-focused, those pulling your energies, demanding your time. Well, it's asking your guys to give you a few moments of earth time. It doesn't mean you need to be ill. It doesn't mean you need to be off work. It doesn't mean that you need to not function in a family environment. It could be as simple as taking a bath, locking the door, lighting some candles and just resting and being you. How many of you actually sit in this chair with your eyes shut calmly and look at yourself, feel yourself, understand you, the physical self, the ethereal body connected to the quantum domain of the universe? I do see a door opening for you though, my friend. A door of change. I think, yes, discarded. You're going to discard something soon. And you need to step through this next door. So how do you recognise a door of change, would I say to you? I can just sit here and be blabbering about things, couldn't I? A door of change will come to you and something will end in your life and you might feel a little bit lost for a while and then something else will come along. So is this the door you take, you say? You use your intuition, you connect with your soul and your higher self. You learn to understand your true self, to know if this is the correct door for you. A doorway is an ascension point, an ascension of change. I see healing around you and cards as well. I feel this might be something you do, but the cards seem quite prominent in your life. I see daily readings, daily checking who you are, trying to seek answers, trying to seek signs. But I say to you, Are you seeing them? I would say not. So you need to take time out just to calm and allow us to bring the signs that is needed to you. And if you do not know about these signs we are talking about, then find a book like The Magic of Spirit. That is a very good book about signs. Your guides will leave you signs to help you, guide you. Humanity asks for signs all the time in their prayers. Please help me. Give me a sign. We give a sign, but the humans do not see it. So as you learn to hone in on yourself and understand your physical form, who you are, Gina, who you are, the person you are, you'll become more open to these spiritual growths and these signs. You might think, well, I do see signs, but are you truly seeing them? How do you work at this? You become observant. Synchronicity is signs. Numbers can be signs, feathers, coins, noise, colour, light, butterflies, bees, nature. It's all there, waiting for observation. Clouds, rainbows. Shall I go on? I say not. I think there's enough there for you to understand. Do not worry about the young energy as well, I see. There's too many labels put on children, I think, in your world. They should be allowed to be and grow and be who they truly are, rather than trying to fit them into boxes. It doesn't really work, does it? But just stay strong, have faith in yourself, find yourself, take time with yourself, understand yourself. And remember the 3 questions. Are you happy? Are you well? Are you safe? That is what you need to ask. I have finished.
Okay. Nicola asked, might be a bit specific for you, about her business. Will it be a success, and what can she do to promote it?
I take it again to self, my friend. You. Do you want it to be a success? What is your thought process around your business? Money is a fear. How will we tell you how to improve yourself? Let's see. And I imagine there's a few people watching this evening and in the future will be able to take this information. So in the human 3D energy, you've been guided to set up a business. You want this business to be successful. You want to help others. You want to guide others. You need to make an income from this business. You see others being successful. You see others doing things similar to you. It starts to worry you. The ego can come in. The fear can come in. The self-doubt can come in. So I say to you, you just completely focus on self and the business within your mind. Manifestation, this is known as. You imagine your business successful. You imagine how you wish your business to be with guidance from your guides. Is there anything you need to do to improve your business? Again, ask for guidance. Could it be the content of a website? Could it be that you're sitting waiting for business to come and you're not putting much effort into it? Could it be that we are selecting the right sort of people as customers for you? This takes time. There's a lot of facets to this. But it's all coming down to you and your mindset. If you worry and have fear, even though you perhaps wish for this to be a success in your thought process, if you have this inner fear of self-doubt, what will others think, then you will not be successful. So it all comes down to you. We do not have a magic wand. I cannot sit here and say to you, you will be successful. I can see a timeline from you at this moment, and based on how you are looking at yourself and your business, I would say it's a little bit up and down at the moment. But if you can change your outlook and every day wake up and say, I'm going to be successful, I'm going to have the right clients, how can I promote my business? Am I charging the right amount of money? Give over the fear of what others are doing to your guides. Give over the fear of money. Give over the fear of failure. Put a manifestation together of how you want your business to be without detriment to others. And picture this daily, the success. And let it all unfold from that moment. That is my answer to you. I have finished.
Okay. A question from Jessica. Did you live on Earth at one stage in your life?
No. Now, you might be surprised at that. How did we get the name Mary? Well, Mary quite contrary, or could be Mary Magdalene. That's thought of a process. When I had my first trance session, proper trance session with Sharon, where John came first and then introduced me, and then I came through, Amanda was the facilitator. This is Amanda Bolden, to our friends who are watching, who helps Sharon with her work, and vice versa. They support each other. And I explained who I am, and I am connected with her trance guide, John, and we are from the same collective. We are from the Sagittarians, and we are light beings. John has had 2 Earth lives and has an understanding of Earth from ancient times going back, and has worked with Earth for many years. I have also been involved with Earth for over 90 years of your Earth time. I was a higher self to a woman on Earth who was at the forefront of hypnotherapy and past life aggression. And I have now come back as a guide to the sitter and to the reincarnation of this essence of this other life. So that is who I am. So I have not actually had what you would call an Earth life, but I have had a lot of connection with Earth over many years and have a great understanding of humanity and where you are now in your time frame. I hope that answers the question.
Okay, we've got a long one here.
Did we have any feedback?
Yeah, they're all saying, yeah, amazing, thank you very much.
Oh, I do not want to be pig-headed. It's just nice to know that they're responding.
Sorry, yeah.
It's not your fault. I just like to know that I'm connecting with the higher selves and their energies. So
right.
It's
I think I missed one out here from Kaz. She was asking for some guidance on her trance development. So I apologise if I've done this twice, but I don't think we have.
No, you haven't.
Okay. She wants to know, where is it leading to?
Well, would you like to know, my dear, why we bring trance to the forefront of Earth at the moment? You are a telepathic race. You have been a telepathic race for centuries. And trance is a way of us celestial beings connecting to your thought process. You have 3D reality minds. Those of you who have started developing in the spiritual growth, like you'd understand in the old languages, mediumship, psychical healing, we call that light workers, channelers, are expanding your ascension through your brain to work with 4th and 5th dimension energy. And some of you are on the 6th level as well. It affects the cells of your brain and your physical body. and the neurons and the connections in your brain are altering. So you can, when you're in trance, you can telepathically pick up our conversation. In light trance, it's us using your words, your experiences to give out the messages. I won't go into all these details. But when you really develop your trance, and this can take many years, you will connect to a celestial being like me or John, who will bring forward knowledge that is not on earth. We will bring through new understandings. We have gone beyond using what is in the human brain. We're at this level of communication like we are now. Yes, I'm translating it into an English for your understanding, but all the thoughts are coming from my brain through the voice. I am blending with her energy and using her as a voice vessel for telepathic communication. So this is coming into the forefront of development for us now, because for humanity to ascend, you need to enhance your telepathic communication. And one of the best ways is through trance. But it is a process, and it can be a long process. Channeling books is another process. And the reason this sitter has become advanced is because she has channeled with us for over 10 years now. Many books, and her links, her energy, everything has ascended to the point where the connection is now strong enough for us to do this type of work. It is not easy, I know. People, or humans should I say, love the trance energy. You're touching on the energy of love, the quantum pure energy of the universe. And many that sit will be in that pure energy where they have no pain. They can take themselves to the side and allow their guide to come through for amazing words and wisdom. And when the guide goes, they can feel the emotion and love that goes with them. And this is not a love you'll find on earth. It's highly ascended energy. So I say patience to you. And some guidance would be wise from an experienced knowledge leader of trance to help you. Because sometimes we can get stuck in our ways, stuck in our habits. Trance can get stuck. And there might be a little door just needs to be nudged open a bit more for you to take that next step on your trance journey. But I tell you, dedication is needed. There's no magic wand on this spiritual development on earth. I believe that is appropriate
Okay.
for that.
I've got a complex one here. I'll read it as it is. It's from Vicky. She says, Mary, are you aware of other realms of the celestial worlds, i.e. angels, angelic realms? Do each celestial being share a purpose for Earth and humanity?
How long have you got, Vicky? Oh dear. Solitarian is a realm collective where I come from. And we are light beings. And we have the angelic realm within our realm. So these are the beautiful light beings which have given their time for Earth over thousands of years, over 300,000 years. And humanity sees them as, say, Archangel Michael, Raphael, and so on. Because humans have to put a face to the light these beings bring. And how can I explain this? So I have come to Sharon, this sitter, as a light. She has not had to see me in any physical form at all. When John arrived, she wasn't so highly ascended, and he showed himself to her first of all as his earth life as a professor in the 50s, when he died in the 50s. And it made her have some comfort because she could recognise the earth's human side of him. As the trance progressed over 5 years with him, He then said in a trance session that he will no longer present himself as John the Professor, crazy looking John, she used to say. And his energy just changed and he became the light he needed to be. So how does she know he was there? It was a knowing. A knowing. It changes. So this is our celestial realm. Our celestial realm has been understood as heaven to your earthlings. And the reason for this is we have a great involvement in the collection of human essence, souls going to the higher self for healing and then on to their destination of creation. And we quite often create a space of unity for this that is familiar. So it could be like a scene from Earth, somewhere where they'd feel comfortable because the human essence still has a memory of their Earth life and many memories of living many years on Earth. So what would make you more comfortable in that transcendent period is to have a place to go to where you feel you're safe. And then once you have that higher understanding, you then move on into the light. There's been many that have had near-death experiences who have seen these places which you believe are heaven, hence your Bible stories. There are many celestial realms out there. You have your physical light multi-transitional beings, or transcendent beings, I like to say. And we say physical because they live on a planet, and this can be up to the 9th dimension. The light multi-dimensional transcendent beings like me can present themselves in a human form if I felt it deemed necessary. So if I wish to be a guide to perhaps a less ascended spiritual worker, and they were doing trance, and they seek some comfort from understanding who their guide is, I'd present myself as a woman. But I wouldn't be able to present myself as an earth life like John did. I'd have to present myself as a made-up woman. It's strange, I know, but that is how we work. We work in the best way for you and your understanding. There are many celestial light being collectors and realms out there. I suggest, if you can take the time, is to read books. The Create a Journey Through Creation explains a lot of this. This is why we've channeled this book, because this book has great knowledge in it for you. And I would advise anyone who's listening to read it. Because why are we wasting our time if these aren't to be read and absorbed and knowledge to be given out to humanity? Done in various ways. Is there any other parts of that question I have not answered?
Sounds pretty comprehensive to me.
If there's something else she wishes to ask from it, then please allow her to do so when she has time to reply.
A lot of people are asking for guidance for their development, so I just wonder, just trying to simplify the question, is there one thing that people can do to aid their connection to their guides, the spirit world, or to take them that next stage forward?
Yes. So, dedication is the word. Trust is the second. Meditation is the third. So why meditation, do we say to you? We use meditation in various ways. Say if it's for developing the light worker channeler to connect to loved ones, or a trance communicator, it's all about learning to disconnect slightly from your brain to allow those messages to come in. And you have to allow yourself to develop in the natural way that's best for you and your guides. Meditation just helps with this connection of calmness to the brain. Meditation is also a good way of being taken on a journey, or a way to see your guides. I know that this sitter does a lot of this with her workers through our guidance, meditation work. And meditation is used for various ways for various humans, depending on what their development is. So meditation can be a very calming, grounding experience. It can be an elevated experience. Getting to know yourself. How many of you have actually understand your soul connection and your higher self? How many of you actually understand the purpose of your guides? Why are they here with you? How many of you actually know you? What is your true journey? So by getting connected with your soul connection, your higher self, finding out your life plan within reason, of course, because futures can alter, and just having a greater understanding of yourself. But for any spiritual growth, you have to heal. You have to heal past traumas, grief, anything in your life, from the slamming of the door in the morning of your face by somebody who entered a shop, to trauma from childhood, for say, or the loss of somebody close to you. All of this has to be healed. It's like layers of energy, and it affects your spiritual connection to us. If this sitter was to have grief, it would affect her to sit with me, because it would become quite a strong emotion, and it would be very hard for her to step aside. So there would have to be a time of rest from it while she learnt to deal with the energies that came with this. And as to your human side, you need time. Spiritual development is time. I go back to the earlier question. It's all about self, knowing yourself. Deep core healing is another method. Perspective of life. How do you see the perspective of everybody around you? How do you see your life? Are you happy? If you're sitting in a circle, do you worry what others think of you? Do you fear that they're better than you? Are you getting on with your teacher? Do you think they're teaching you the right way? You must sit somewhere where you feel comfortable and safe. And sometimes you might just be with somebody for a few sessions, and it was a door of opening, and then you'd move on to something else. Sometimes with spiritual developments, you have lots of dips into different things to find out how your guides want to work with you, and what's best for you, and how you want to work on your earth life. Because you can choose. This one chose to do trance. We were doing both with her, the light worker channeling, bringing in messages from loved ones, and the trance. And for certain reasons, she wanted to step away from the light worker channeler journey and focus on the trance. So we reassessed. We had a rest, and we came back together even stronger. The spiritual development is unique to all of you. You can never compare yourselves with another person. You can listen to their guidance, you can listen to their stories, listen to what they've experienced. But yours isn't unique. And it's all down to self. Everything is down to self in your lives. But it's key to be somewhere developing where you feel safe and happy. If you're not safe or ridiculed, or something is wrong in that way, I would definitely say to you, you're in the wrong place. The spiritual development isn't all about the guides. Spirituality is the essence of all of this. Compassion, kindness, love is not a religion. It is a way of being. So that is core as well to your spiritual development. And the greater understanding you have of everything is how you're going to develop. But you have to go looking for this. We were not handed on a plate. You need to work. You're not here for a jolly ride. You're here to learn. You're here to change. You're here to help humanity ascend. But we do want you to have joy along the way.
Okay, I know that was a general question, hopefully to cover a few people's questions.
Yes, it's very wise.
But Tina has asked specifically, is there anything for her, especially for her spiritual guidance?
She needs to listen. I don't think she's going to like the answer. I feel that she's in a bit of a doldrum with it. It's almost like when you're on the spiritual path of development or just life in general, there can be drops and lows, and I feel she's in one of those at the moment. But again, I say to you all, look at your lives. Write on a piece of paper what is good and what is bad. Everything, the human side of life, the spirit, if you're in spiritual development, Tina, in that, everything. Your whole life is a spiritual balloon, a spiritual growth. It's so hard to answer some of these questions because humans looking for that divine answer, that spark, that inspiration, and I cannot give it to you apart from you give it to yourself. And then when you start to say, yes, I understand now, I give over to my guides my worry, I give over to guides my fear, I give over to guides my sickness, I'm going to be well, I'm going to be healthy. When you don't let the traumas affect you, so you can have holistic treatment on these, you can have medical treatment on these, you can, however it needs in this 3D world to make you better. Counselling is another word that's thrown into me. NLP, that's another word they're chucking in. They're chucking in loads of things to me around this. But really, at the end of the day, Tina, your growth, your path is your path to take. But I do see hope. I see love. I see light in your path. And I see happiness. It's almost like it's a hand away. And I want you to remember the times you have been happy. Because we see humans dwell too much on the negative, the times of sorrow or woe. Even at those times, there's still moments of happiness that can be grasped. So that is what I say to you. Grasp those moments of happiness. Reflect on the past. I feel there's somebody around you with memory loss or showing signs. Just be aware. I also feel you're a guiding light for others, my dear. So just take that as well. I do believe we might have one more question, and I do believe I will go.
Okay. Got maybe a short one and a bit longer one. Can we do two? Just a quick one.
Yes.
Lots of people are asking about are they going to be success, how are they going to get this, and how they're going to be financially secure. Maybe you could do a quick bit on manifesting success or the things that you want. Is that?
I did that earlier.
You did.
I did.
Obviously, wasn't listening then, was I?
Yes, you weren't,
Sorry.
were you?
Okay.
But it might be somebody that's just joined. So shall we give another go?
Well, I've got another question.
Okay.
Might take a
They
little
need
time.
to re-listen to it.
Oh, that's me, not them. Do you believe that as humans we are born with our paths already mapped out, such as individuals who seek a spiritual path where we're destined to walk this particular path?
Can I have the name of that person,
Oh,
please?
sorry. It was Jessica.
Ah, Jessica again. You are, when you come to Earth, your human essence is connected up with a higher self. The higher self is a physical or light being that will oversee you, not the gatekeeper. This is a very highly ascended being. The human essence comes into the earth as a human form, and the higher self reflection of self, which is the soul. Prior to this birth, there has been a meeting in a space of unison where a life has been planned. Yes, it could be what you class as a spiritual development life, but all life is spiritual. You are all here to enhance your spiritual growth. Some of you might be on your last life, so imagine that. Some of you might have had many here, some might have one. It is all unique to what is required for the greater good of humanity. So even though you look at yourself as an individual, every plan that is made is for the greater good. It is hard to comprehend, I know, but do believe me, it is. But I say to you, you have a plan, and the guides that are going to be with you and your higher self look into the quantum domain, the creative intelligence of the universe. And within this is millions of multiverse timelines, that is lives that have been led on Earth. And they take from that elements that will help with the planning of that life. So events that might need to occur to trigger a catalyst of a light bulb moment, etc., etc. And all this falls into place into a rough time frame. It can never be exact, because the way the energy moves and the time frame of your understanding, things can move and adjust and change. You are given a point of death, but again is not set in stone, because futures can be altered. And this happened for your awakening, for COVID. Many soul bases and higher selves had their lives looked at again and were adjusted for the greater good, which might be hard to hear if you lost someone in that time, as this one did here. But with a greater understanding, these beautiful beings, because you are celestial beings, my friends, have gone back to their home, the source of creation, where they belong. They've left a gap in the human life, yes, but it's all for the greater good of humanity. So you do have plans, you do have guidance. Your higher self, your soul base knows the plan. The human essence, ethereal body knows the plan. You have past existences, not just on Earth, some of you. Some of you would have had lives on other planets. Some of you might have been a higher self. Some of you might have been a guide. All of this is held within the ethereal body you're carrying at the moment, connected with the quantum domain of the universe. So yes, you have a guidance plan, but it's not set in stone. And if you take the wrong path, we will try to bring you back on it and guide you. But you've heard of something called self-will, and you are allowed to have a certain amount of that, because you are here to learn. We cannot control you, but we can give you so much guidance. But at the end of the day, as I've been saying today, the choice is yours. You can manifest the future you want. Now, you wanted a bit about manifesting, didn't you? So let's bring it in on the end. Manifesting is a thought process. And if you listen back to the young lady I was talking to earlier, the manifestation is all to do with your thought process. And there's people out there that can help you with this. Amanda, who works with Sharon, does manifestation very successfully. And it brings an understanding to people to help them understand what manifestation is. And there's a way to do it. It's positive. It's got to be not at the detriment. So imagine you say, I wish to be mortgage free. It's quite a broad statement, isn't it? Oh. So how could that happen? You could lose your job. Your house might burn down and there's no insurance. A relative might die, and yes, you might pay off the mortgage, but did we want that relative to die for you to pay off the mortgage? Not really. So it's always got to be not to the detriment to anyone. which can be hard for us to achieve. You also have choices on your path, that when you are in your sleep, your ethereal body goes on its travels into the astral planes for healing and knowledge. Your path can be shifted. It can be rewritten if it's needed for the higher good, like I explained earlier with the awakening. Things can move, things can change. But again, it comes down to you. You have the choice. If that is asked of you at the higher levels, it will be explained why. You have the choice to leave as well. If it's for the higher good. I hope that has explained things.
Thank you very much.
I will leave now, and I thank you all. And I hope my words have given you thought for process. And I know it might not be what you always want to hear, my friends, but sometimes that is the words that is needed to awaken you and give you that nudge. We never wish to offend. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Okay?
Come back.
I can't see properly, not quite. Oh. Well, thank you everyone. I hope Mary gave you the answers you need. I shall have to watch this back tomorrow. See what she said. And yeah, cool. Thank you for watching. And thanks to Chris for helping as always.
I think I got most of the comments, but if I missed you out, sorry about that, but we'll catch you next time.
Yeah, we'll try and do one of these every couple of weeks, I think. And keep Mary warmed up as well. I'm doing quantum trance healing sessions with her now. So they're one-to-one sessions which are going quite well. And yeah, I've got a new website coming. I've got my quantum page, I've got my YouTube channel you can join. I'll put links on. And watch out this space for something new and exciting. It's going to come out in the next couple of weeks. So cool. So thank you all. Take care. Bye.